What's up, everybody? How's it going? Come with me out to the other garage. I got something to show you out here. Now, I did have this whole planned out sort of reveal thing going on for a new thing on the truck. And unfortunately, the weather is not really cooperating. It's supposed to rain like 2 inches starting today and last until Tuesday, which, you know, I can't really do any filming during the week. So that's we do what we got to work with, okay? So to start, I want to catch up on the Jeep thing here. These windows, right? Soft top windows are notoriously, I don't know, they get like cloudy. And I mean, obviously you can see my reflection in there. But they typically get cloudy and they're kind of pretty hard to keep clean. And these were in my garage for storage over the summer. And I want to share a little tip with you. What I did to clean these this year, I used upholstery cleaner, which I really didn't know that it would work as well as it did. I was just trying something new. And so I sprayed upholstery cleaner on there and took a wet rag and wiped it. Now, I only did one wipe, so you can see some streaks maybe, or maybe not. I'm not sure. But there's a couple streaks in it. So that was, you know, that was a great thing to find out, is that you can use upholstery cleaner to clean a soft top. The real reason for the update on the Jeep is we finally have a new cap. This is the correct one that was machined properly, but it threaded on like a dream compared to the old one. So fantastic that I finally got that. Unfortunately, if you think about it, I ordered this bumper in June and it got delivered towards the middle to end of, I guess, the end of July. It is now October. So when I got that, the correct replacement cap after they shipped it to the wrong address twice, whole nother long story. So when I got that, it was pushing middle to end of September, because I just got it recently while I was taking my classes. So I ordered the whole thing in June, and it took basically until the end of September to make sure everything was correct and the whole thing's done and put together. So that's the update on the Jeep. Oh, I'm also thinking about lowering the spare tire a little bit. It does seem kind of high, and I set this up myself, not really knowing how high or low it should go, but I'm thinking about lowering it. And then our card 4x4 also sells racks that come off of here, so I can get a rack that would go across the top of the spare tire. And then they have fuel can, those metal fuel can holders. I'm not really interested in those go on the side, but I think it'd be cool to have a rack to put stuff up on top of the spare tire. So I planned this whole great big reveal sort of thing. I spent countless hours detailing my truck to be able to do like B-roll footage. And like I said, the weather is not cooperating, but I don't have time to wait for the weather. I just got to do it. And so the truck, I just got done detailing not too long ago. It is about as clean as you could ever want it to be. I mean, literally spotless. Tires and wheels cleaned up. But the big reveal is back here. I put a chase rack on the truck. Some people are going to say, oh, that's ugly. It doesn't match the theme of the truck. It doesn't look right. Stands up taller than the cab. Blah, 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 blah. Here's the reality of it. I love it. I like it. I like it a lot. This is the Rough Country. I call it a chase rack. I guess they can call them headache racks or roll bars for trucks. Whatever you call it. It's very easy to install. Basically, you get a side piece. You get both side pieces and the center bar, and then you assemble it. And then on the inside of the bed, Well, let me see if the lights will help here. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. So there are 3 bolts on each side that go. There's one there, and one there. So 3 bolts, you drill 3 holes. Was I happy about drilling holes through the side rail? It is what it is. I didn't mind it so much because it's pretty thin, it's aluminum, and it's not really going to be noticeable. Even if I took this chase rack off, it's on the inside lip, so it's nothing that's going to show from the outside of the truck. Plus, with an aluminum bed, you don't got to worry about rust and rot, so really I felt pretty good about it. You can see how it's cut out for the 3rd brake light. There are a bunch of different mounting holes on the bar itself. And the reason is you can mount cube lights, you can mount round lights, or you can do the 50-inch light bar. The 50-inch light bar has a mount on each side that goes in these 2 holes, and then that holds your, they're like the brackets that hold the light bar. It is steel. It's pretty heavy duty. I think the package weighed probably, I don't know, what did it say? Somewhere around 50 some odd pounds. Something like that. Lengthwise, you can see here on a 5.5 foot bed, it goes to just shy of half the length of the bed from the front. It has some foam. That way you don't have metal on plastic. You have a little bit of a foam barrier here. It has double-sided tape, and you know, I'm not perfect at taping stuff up. If I took my time, I probably could have done better, but it's not really that noticeable, and I'm not too worried about it. These holes here, this is where your light wiring would come down. You pull these little rubber plugs out, and then there's anchors that go in to hold the zip ties, or an anchor with the zip tie that holds the light bar. The wiring, geez, I can't even talk right. Yeah, so cost, right around $400. And I got this from AmericanTrucks.com. They used to be called, what would they used to be called? American F150 or something like that. And then they lumped all the truck manufacturers together to American Trucks. So I'm happy with it. I love it. I like it. It's something different. It's unique. If my truck had a different front bumper that made it look more sporty, something like with these holes in it, or more of a flat black, matte black, powder coat black kind of look, it would obviously match the theme better. But for starters, I mean, I don't got money to just dump into this truck and let it go. I don't want to say that. I can't just send my truck off to somebody and say, here's $5,000, do this, 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 and this to it. I have to do it piece by piece, as most of us do, you know? We're not all YouTubers that make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year off of videos. Obviously, I don't. Oh, and then also the red RC. This is a metal plate, and the plate unbolts if you want to remove that and just have the hollow RC. So in your guys' opinion, well, there you can see it on the other side, right there. Would you leave the red RC, or would you take that plate off so it's open like these holes and just have an open RC? What do you guys think? I kind of like the little red accent because it stands out, but it also is very obvious and it stands out. So for a more subdued look, I guess you could take it out. So yeah, I'll ask you guys, you know, what do you think? Do you think we should leave the red RC, or do you think we should just take the red plate off and leave it blank installed? So I know this is kind of another boring video, and I know that I did not do the install of the chase rack. The reason being is this all happened while I was in classes, and the whole thing with my classes was I had weekends off, which someone would say, well, then you could film on weekends. Well, that's all well and good, but I also have a family. Worked. By now you would think I would learn to just film everything, but I don't want to, I don't know how to say it. But the bottom line is we got everything installed. We're moving on. We're doing some cool stuff. The truck looks great. The Jeep looks great. It's dirty, but it's a Jeep. And gosh, did I do anything else to this thing? You know, we get a little bit more money saved up, we'll buy some more accessories and parts and things like that for the truck and the Jeep. I think the Jeep, the next thing is I think we're gonna go with a bigger lift. It's currently a 2.5 inch lift. I think we're gonna go 4 or 4.5. With the 2.5, I don't know. It looks great, but it still seems a little bit low. So I think we go with a 4 or 4.5. In a perfect world, I would go spring over, but I don't have the expertise for that. You got to cut and weld perches and all that kind of jazz. So that's it, guys. I'm starting to talk about nothing. All right, well, that wraps it up here for GearTube TV. If you're new here to the channel, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. The more subscribers we get, the more revenue we get, and the more things we can do. If you haven't checked out your GearTube TV merchandise, there's links down in the description below. You can see the hat here, which I love, and we have shirts and all kinds of stuff. So be sure to check that out, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.